O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times and all places, Namaste. Most beloved Lord of life, Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, Namaste. O ye powers that be of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Sweep clear our path, remove our limitations. May our time together be blessed. May we hear that which needs to be heard, and see that which needs to be seen, and speak that which needs to be spoken. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Om Saha Navavatu Sahanao Bunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadidam Astu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace between us and ease of communication between us. Let there be no animosity between us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste ji. Welcome. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday noon meditation. There once was a man walking down the street. Someone comes towards him and he says, "Hello." The other person says, "Hello." A little further. "Hello." "Barev." "Hello." "Barev." "Don't say those things to me." A little further. "Hello." "Kamisaki, Kamisaki, Kamisaki." "Don't say that to me." "Hello."
Salam. Don't be calling me names. Hello. Bonjour. Don't be saying those foul words to me. Hello. Buongiorno. Don't be calling me those names. Leaving a trail of people behind. He continues to walk through his life, saying, hello. Some people say, hey. Some people say, hello. Some people say, salam. Boom, boom. Some people say, bula. Boom, boom, boom. Some people say, kamusta. Boom, boom, boom. Goes back home and he says, I don't understand what's happening. I know the World Fair is here, but I'm walking through town and I'm saying hello. I'm trying to be friendly. And everybody is saying, they're calling me these names. They're saying, Kamisaki, Barev, Salam. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? Now, his daughter comes out and says, Papa, what have you done? Well, I can't have people calling me names. So I knocked him out. All I was trying to do was be friendly and say hello. And they'd say things like marhaba, marhaba, marhaba. What is marhaba? What is this marhaba? Ah, Papa, you have a petite problem. You using all those other languages, he says to her. Father, they were just trying to say hello to you in their language. You knocked somebody out. You punched somebody for saying barev. You punched somebody for saying marhaba. You punched somebody for saying kamisaki. You punched somebody for saying salam. For somebody for saying hola. For somebody for saying bula. Papa, what have you done? Oh, that was not a good day for Papa. It was not a good day. It caused him to stop, to be deeply embarrassed. First very, very defensive, then deeply embarrassed. For he had assumed that everyone coming towards him was cursing him, was calling him an ugly name, was being unkind to him, because they responded from their point of view. Words trap us. I was thinking about how do I say this to you today. I thought, well, I could lead a silent meditation, and we will have more silence today than usual. Words trap us. The words that we use to describe others, to describe the events that have happened, to describe the things that we see. Oh, isn't that a cute little dog? Oh, le petit chien. The words that we use are karma. The words that we use free us or they lock us into a state of consciousness from which we view the world in a box. A box, my beloved, a box. We view the world like this, and it gets narrower and narrower and narrower. So that we put the thumb up and we blind ourselves, and we become hostile, and we become fear-filled, and we become angry at the people who are simply being friendly and saying, buongiorno, bonjour, allo. Now, if we think that they might be saying the same thing that we are, they might be saying the same thing that we are, then sometimes we react a little bit more generously, a little bit more open. But oftentimes they are saying the same thing, but we lock ourselves in. Are you locked in to a piece of karma? Are you locked in to a situation with others, with events that have happened, with things, with situations that you're involved in? Are you locked in a way that you are blaming others? That there's always a victim? We must be very careful of this. A man said to me many lifetimes ago, I wanted this divorce. I wanted to be free. But I still wanted them to like me. I wanted them to understand me. I wanted them to treat me with as much love afterwards as they did when I said I wanted the divorce. And Swamiji, you know what happened? They didn't. They didn't. They've become mean. They've become cruel. They don't understand my point of view. After all these years, they've rejected me. Now, I knew that my wife was going to reject me, but I did not. I thought she would be nicer than this. I thought she would befriend me, that we could be friends. Oh, really? Maybe in time. Well, I thought my in-laws would still like me. They'd still respect me. They'd still treat me as if I was part of the family. After all, I've been here 40 years, long time, he said. And they don't. And so he began to look around the world and find out how he could define this event that was happening to him. He found many ways to define it, many ways to blame others, to say, well, my wife must be alienating my children from me. My wife must be alienating my children from each other. My wife's family must be alienating because of her. This is why they're not nice. Now, that viewpoint, that situation, it locks you in. It locks one in. You can't free yourself from it because there is a failure to recognize the laws of karma, the law of cause and effect. And I said to him, look, did you get what you wanted with the divorce? You know, you're free now. Are you happy? Well, I would say I'm pretty happy, except for them. You know, I'm still the head of the family, even though their mother and I aren't married. And they do not treat me with the respect I'm due. They're adults. They don't like what you did. It doesn't mean that they're right. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean you're right or they're wrong. But it means that we must stop and say, okay, Where's the error in thinking? Where's the error in thinking? And this, whether it is a relationship of marriage, whether it's a relationship at work. A few eye blinks ago, I worked in a company that was privately owned. And the man who had the office next to me decided that he should be a vice president. I'm not joking, very serious. And he wrote a letter to the president of the company. It was a small company, a couple hundred people employed there. And he said, I want to be a vice president. You need to promote me. I'm worthy of being a vice president. And if you don't, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave you in a lurch. Now he really thought that the way he was communicating was going to get the president and CEO to give him the promotion. Next day, the senior vice president flies from California, unexpectedly comes into the office, walks into the general manager's office and shuts the door. 30 minutes later, the general manager has a box in his hand and is walking out the side door. It was sad. It was really sad. He forgot how to communicate. He forgot the situation. Maybe he could have gotten that promotion had he asked differently, had he spoken, had he called him and said, hey, I really would like to do this. What do I need to do? Can you tell me? Can you show me? What's the path there? How do I do that? Instead of demanding. Instead of, in effect, threatening and punching, trying to punch the CEO in the jaw, the eye, whatever you would say. We do this all the time. And we must move beyond the web of words. Thoughts are things, solid things. A thought is just as solid as this, just as solid. Thoughts come in groupets. They are linked to each other. They're not independent. One thought does not come by itself. Too often, we are trained and have been trained, our minds have been trained since we were very little, to blame someone else, to hold someone else responsible for what's happening in our lives. To free yourself, you need to walk away from, to wash clean of that habit, to wash clean of getting so enmeshed in the emotions of your mind and blaming others for situations. Too often in families, something happens and somebody else gets blamed or you get blamed. when I was a little girl, I had two brothers, neither of whom are here anymore on the earth. But one of my brothers was a real instigator, the one that was 9 months younger than I was. And he used to, and my youngest brother was expressive in his voice. And I was just there. I was the oldest. And so my middle brother would constantly pick these fights, whether he'd start to throw a pillow, whether he'd always pick these fights. And my baby brother, my youngest brother, would start yelling, and I'd come in, I'd just be standing there, and Mom would come in and she'd start first looking at me. You know better. What are you doing? You know better. How did you let this happen? I just walked in, Mom. It doesn't matter. You know better. You should have stopped it. And then she looked at my youngest brother and she'd start, you don't have to yell. What's wrong with you? I don't know, this went on for a lot of years. And we kept saying, Mom, he started it. He started it. Our middle brother always started it. Roy always started it. But because he was quiet, as soon as Mom walked in, he was quiet. And he had this look about him that was that look of innocence. She never seemed to see that he had started it. But even in that, neither of us wanted to take responsibility. Jerry and I didn't want to take responsibility for the karma that we were involved in. My mother was right. I was the oldest. I should have said something like, guys, Mom's going to come in a minute. Let's stop it. I didn't. And we should have spoken to each other differently. But what did we do? We all pointed fingers. He did it, he did it, he did it. Now, in that case, it was true. He started it. 90% of the time, he started it. He was the precipitating factor. But, so what? So what? He started it, but we jumped into the karma. We jumped into the karma and we locked into it. We locked into the karma and we stuck there. We just stuck there. Until there was no other tune that we could sing, no other option that we had. Think about your family relationships. Think about your friendships. Think about the people you work with. How often are you stuck with a point of view that you repeat again and again and again and again and again because of the language you use? He did it. He doesn't carry his end of things. He's such a slacker. He this, he that, he the other thing. We must free ourselves from this. And when I said that thoughts come in groupage, they do. So you have a thought, oh, Mom's going to come in, she's going to want to know who started all this, and whoever started it's going to get in trouble. I don't want to admit my part in it, so we're going to blame him. He didn't get yelled at. He never got yelled at. He had funny karma like that, interesting karma like that. But what am I trying to tell you with those examples? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to communicate something that is really, it's a mystical concept that's really difficult to put into words, which is that words bind us. They free us and they confine us. They are solid states of consciousness. Symbols symbols. These are symbols. If you see these around somebody's neck, it's a symbol. Ask me sometime, I'll tell you what it's a symbol of, but it's a symbol. Symbols allow us to see and to communicate with the other. They allow us to communicate with the other. If you see me wearing a lot of malas, I'm trying to say something to you. It allows you to communicate with the other. It is important then to say, how are my words communicating with the other? How are my words communicating with the other? Oftentimes, from a point of blame, oftentimes from a point of finger pointing, oftentimes from a perspective of fear, really, fear that you're not going to get enough, that you're going to miss something out on something, that they've got something that you don't have, that you will never have. We need to learn to live happily, and we need to recognize how we are trapped by the words. How we oftentimes walk through life punching the other person, psychically, mentally, psychically, verbally, physically sometimes, pushing them out of the way because we perceive that they are confining us or that they have done to us. The great yogic phrase, aham brahmasmi, I am the creative principle. I am. You are. You have the capacity to free yourself from the events, the people, the situations that you were locked into. So I would give you a practice, a simple practice. It's called Tarka, which is a deep reflection upon the circumstances of your life at any moment. Where are the greatest points of unhappiness in your life? Where's the single greatest point of unhappiness or imbalance? Where's the relationship that's causing you the greatest trouble? I had the blessing of teaching a beautiful group of people on Friday night, and had been invited to teach at a retreat. And one of the young women said, all this time my parents keep telling me that I have to suffer, that I should expect that life is going to bring me suffering. That makes me angry because I don't think it's fair. And every time I say, I just want to be happy, they say, that's naive. Life is suffering. You can expect to suffer. And then they point out a religious symbol. See, even God sent his son, and look, he's suffering. Still on that cross, still suffering. And it made her angry. I understand. Do not. That's an error in thinking. What they've said to her is an error in thinking. There's a law of karma. If you're suffering, you need to change your thinking. It does not mean that there are not difficult times in life. There are. There sure are. But change your thinking and you will change your life. Now I would like to share with you a beautiful teaching from the Buddha, and then we're going to meditate. And this is something that he wrote on happiness. And striving for happiness is one of the things that makes life worthwhile. To realize that you can be happy. You should be happy. Just be happy. Just be happy. At this moment, I say to you, be happy. You can be. You are entitled to be. I don't know if entitled is the right word. You're good enough to be happy. Life will bring you happiness. It's your choice. And this week I've been thinking quite a bit about the day that I sat for the first time in the ashram temple of my guru, way back at the back of the room, as close to the exit as I could get, literally right at the door. So if I needed to leave, I was up against the wall right at the door. So if I had to get out, I could get out. I wasn't too sure what it was going to be like. And he said, be happy. As I am saying to you today, he said, just be happy. Just be happy. He didn't say be exuberant and jump around and run, He said, just be happy. And some of you know, I've told you before, that I sat in the back of that room screaming as loudly as I could, mentally, of course. I'm sure he heard me. That's a fine thing for you to say. Look at you, sitting up there in that nice, comfortable chair. That beautiful hanging behind you. You don't have, and I listed everything in my life at that moment that I thought prevented me from being happy. But my beloved, I came back the next week, and the week after that, 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 and the week after that. Before you know it, I had asked to be his disciple. Still wasn't happy. But I came back the week after week after week after week, and I moved from the back of the room to the very front of the room, sitting at the feet of my guru. I woke up one day, and I thought, he said, just be happy. And I woke up, I was meditating when he was talking, and I thought, why I am happy. And I am telling you at this moment, with every bit of Yoga City and blessing that I can give to you, be happy. Someone says you can't be, someone says the world is pain. No. Be happy. At the time I first heard that from my guru, from Swami Pranananda, no one had ever said to me, be happy. No one had ever said you should be happy. No one had ever said it was possible to be happy in this world. But it is. It is. The Buddha says in the Dhammapada, let us live happily then, not hating those who hate us. Among men who hate us, let us dwell free from hatred. It's beautiful. Let us live happily then, not hating those who hate us. Among men who hate us, let us dwell free from hatred. Let us live happily then, free from ailments among the ailing. Among those who are ailing, let us dwell free from ailments. Let us live happily then, free from greed among the greedy. Among those who are greedy, let us dwell free from greed. Let us live happily then. Though we call nothing our own, we shall be like the bright gods, feeding on happiness. Let us live happily then. Though we call nothing our own, we shall be like the bright gods, feeding upon happiness. If a man does not see fools, he will truly be happy. He who walks in the company of fools suffers a long way. Company with fools, as with an enemy, is always painful. Company with the wise is pleasure, like meeting with kinfolk. Therefore, one ought to follow the wise, the intelligent, the learned, the much enduring, the dutiful, the elect. One ought to follow a good and wise person. One ought to follow a good and wise person, as the moon follows the path of the stars. Follow, befriend good and wise people. Look around you. Find those people who are happy. Find those people who you can look at them and say, looks like they're doing pretty good. That person has a smile on their face. I wonder if I could befriend them. And the constant complainer, the person who's always feeling negative about everything, do not spend so much time in their company. Health is the greatest of gifts. Contentedness the best riches. Trust is the best of relationship. You become like those that you spend time with. You become like that which you read, which you watch, which you eat, which you feed yourself. You become like that. As we approach the spring equinox on Tuesday, a time of balance, use this time to turn, to become happy, to choose to become happy, to be content. Say, all right, it might be rough here, but I will choose, I will find, and I will walk with ever greater awareness and ever greater happiness. Let us live happily then. Though we call nothing our own, we shall be like the bright gods, feeding on happiness. Be thou blessed, my beloved. Let go of the people, the events, the things, the situations that confine you. Let go of the blaming of others. You don't need it. Pick up happiness. The physical body is in pain. It's not easy. The mental body is in pain. It's not easy. But know that you can be happy. Namaste, Ji. Let us meditate. Sit with your spine erect. Your hands in the Om Mudra. Placed upon your thighs, the index finger and the thumb together. The hands upon the thighs cupped upward. And turning your head to the left, exhale twice. And bring your head back to the center, beginning to watch your breath. Using the sipping breath, pull the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk of the body. Again, from the trunk of the body to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. Moving that energy out as a golden ball of light. Sweep the light around you to the left, encasing your entire being in golden light. And do this 3 times. Expand that golden light and ascend, ascend, ascend above the continent, above the earth plane. Ascend to the high place, to the high place of meditation. Om Gam, 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 Om Gam. Gam, 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 Gam. In the high place, you see a mountain. There is a path leading up this mountain. Step upon the path as you walk into the forest, ascending up the mountain. Ascend. Ascend. The path opens to a meadow. Breathe in the light, the beautiful colors of the flowers. the sounds of the birds, the butterflies, the hummingbirds. As you walk through the meadow, feel yourself fed. The trail climbs to another forest. You're almost halfway up the mountain. It's all pine. You can smell the trees. You know you're ascending. Bright light shines in front of you. You come to a clearing. And there is a shrine. Perfect for you. Enter. Walk to the back. Step into the pool of light and feel all the old begin to dissolve away. Submerge yourself in the pool of light. And walk to the waterfall of light. Stand beneath the waterfall. Let the light pour down upon you. Filling every cell of your being. Covering your entire body. Filling your mind. Washing away all of the negative karma. All of the confining karma. Washing away the difficulties, the hurts. Filling the emptiness with happiness, with anandic bliss. Let the light cover your being and fill your being. Breathe in the light. Walk forth from the waterfall, filled with Ananda, 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 radiating from all corners of the shrine. Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. Walk forth from the shrine and return to your high place of meditation. Focusing your attention at the sun center, let us use the Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti mantra to send forth our blessings. For all of those who have transitioned from the earth plane, who are in their 49 days, may they be healed, may they be blessed, may they remember their goodness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those who are approaching their transition from the earth, may their way be smoothed. May it be ease-filled. May they have all that they need, the help that they need, the ease that they need to transition smoothly. Om Shanti. 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 To those souls who are coming into the earth, who are being born here, may they remember their goodness of the past. May their way be eased. May their transition to this world be harmonious. And may their incarnation be blessed with goodness, with happiness, with wisdom and compassion. May all beings be blessed. May all beings be freed. Om Shanti. 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 O ye powers that be, thou knowest far better than we the needs of this world. Thou hast seen, thou know those souls, those beings, those life forms living in physical and mental anguish and pain, living with lack of water, of food, of earth prana, of health care, of health, of home. We call upon thee at this moment as we send forth our blessings. May they go where they are most needed. Most beloved Lord of life, please help that the karma that is manifesting on the earth be softened, that it be easier for all. We know that there can be a softer way, an easier way. Let it thus be so. Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Focusing your attention at the sun center. As we chant this next Om Shanti, pour forth thy blessings upon Mother Gaia, upon Mother Earth. O ye powers that be, we call upon thee at this moment as we chant, as we send forth our blessings. May the blessings of the light pour forth upon the earth plane, over, through, within every cell of the being of the Mother Earth. That the earth be blessed. Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 And now offer your own petition for whatever is most important to you. And let us chant together the Om Shanti mantra 3 times. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om. Be thou blessed, be thou blessed, be thou triply blessed. May your life be filled with happiness. May you grow in wisdom, compassion, and nonviolence. May Shanti and peace fill every cell of your being. And may you radiate that to all who enter your aura. Namaste. Namaskar. Namaste, Ji. It is, as always, a blessing to see you, to have you here, to share this meditative time with you. Remember one small thing. It is the little things that cause us so much difficulty. It is the little hurts, the little ways that we are offended, the little ways that we feel badly because someone didn't smile at us. So remember to smile. Remember to do everything you can, my beloved, to heal the small hurts, to make the other feel comfortable. And you in turn will also. I thank you for your blessings deeply, deeply. Namaste, Ji. May your gardens be full.